So looking at this current Bitcoin price action, we can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin is doing pretty much like how we expected. Weakness in the medium short term get attracted towards some key line of support first, and only after that starting with an actual impulsiveness. So before I start talking about these interesting scenarios, please guys, please do me a favor and destroy that like button, and let's try to reach at least 1000 likes in this video. Thank you very much. Now if you look at the price action of Bitcoin here in a 4-hour time frame, you can see this bearish scenario looks like playing out. I mean, this ascending broadening wedge scenario looks like playing out, and yesterday I also made it very clear in the media short term, this lower trend line is where we could be getting attracted, price showing some relief rally, and at the end following this original trend direction. And in our case, the original trend direction is pointing us a move around 30,000 to 33,000 range before starting with another impulsive movement here like this. I mean, price of Bitcoin, right? Price of Bitcoin after getting attracted towards this key line of support in between 30,000 33,000, starting with an actual impulsiveness here in this manner. So this entire move, if it's going to play out, will be looked as a temporary pullback. And now, not just only this, even if you look at this bearish divergence, which I have been talking since a couple of days, I mean, I showed you in the past price action during an uptrend, the price of Bitcoin started showing weakness when this bearish divergence appeared in our RSI. And this exact scenario was also being flashed in our case. So I was very clear when the price of Bitcoin is showing this bullish move around 38,000. This is another bearish divergence. Just like here from the past price action, this might also result in a pullback first, right? You can see this pullback here, a pullback first, and only after that starting with an actual impulsiveness. So in our case, when is this going to happen? I mean, when is the price after some retracement is going to start with an actual impulsiveness? When we see this RSI line appearing around 30. Yes guys, when we see this RSI line appearing around this oversold area, that is when we know the price is ready for an actual impulsiveness. So you can see when this RSI started appearing around the oversold area, what happened after that? A massive breakout, right? RSI line approached around 30-40 range. What happened after that? A breakout in RSI, a breakout in price action. This exact scenario has been unfolding again and again. So we are also expecting similar thing to happen one more time. Price of Bitcoin getting attracted here around this 30,000, 33,000 range, and then starting with an actual impulsiveness like this. And in that case, we are also expecting this RSI line to appear around this oversold or in between 30-40 range. So if we do see that happening, then we know a breakout in RSI means also a breakout in price action. So that's why guys, even if the price is going to follow this bearish scenario which is lining up for Bitcoin, this will be looked as a temporary pullback before price starts breaking it to the upside. And in this case, you can see even the broadening wedge, ascending broadening wedge, a bearish continuation pattern, price failing to re-enter inside this ascending broadening wedge, resulting in some bearish move at this current state. So if this scenario is going to play out, we have said 30,000, 33,000 will be looked as our upcoming target, and price after reaching around that area could start with an actual impulsiveness, because getting attracted around that area means the price will also test the support from this CPI line. Yes guys, this trend line, top, central, and the bottom CPI line is considered as one of the most important line of support, because according to this indicator, price in more than 95% of cases gets attracted towards this trend line first, right? Trend line first, and only after that chooses a trend direction. So in this case, I mean in our case, if the price of Bitcoin is coming back to test a support from this CPI line, then we are expecting the price of Bitcoin after that to start with an impulsive movement, because this here is an ascending CPI compared to the previous one CPI, the October CPI. This is an ascending CPI, and ascending CPI only gets formed when the price is preparing itself for a new impulsive movement. So in the medium short term, if the price does get attracted towards some key line of support, I mean in the past price action, whenever we got attracted towards this curve line, what happened after that? You can see the price after that started with a new impulsive movement. So even if this is going to happen, I mean, even if the price of Bitcoin is going to get attracted towards this curve line or simply around this rising trend line here in a weekly time frame, I mean, this weekly rising trend line is considered as a line of support. So in the medium short term, or even in the coming days, if we do see another continuation here to the downside, that will be just a temporary pullback. And I've been saying this since a couple of days. I mean, if we do see another continuation like this, let it be, because we are expecting the price of Bitcoin after that to show another move here like this. And why? Because in a bigger picture, things are looking very, very bullish for Bitcoin. And now, if we look at these columns, right, this is a yearly column. History shows Bitcoin has never had 2 consecutive red years in a row. And if you simply follow these numbers, I mean, 0 was the bearish year, 1, 2, 3 were bullish year. Bearish year, 1, 2, 3 bullish year. So if this pattern is going to repeat again, then you can see 24, 25, right? 2024, 2025 is also going to be bullish year. So if this is going to happen, then parallelly, this monthly scenario, I mean the halving scenario, will also play out perfectly, because if we look at the 4th Bitcoin halving in March 2024, before the halving, we always found ourselves in this expansion phase. First halving 2012, you can say expansion phase. When we enter the halving, what happened after that? An actual markup phase. Second Bitcoin halving, expansion phase. When we went through the second Bitcoin halving, an actual markup phase. Again, expansion phase, went through the third Bitcoin halving, expansion phase, actual markup phase. Same thing is repeating again and again. So even if this here is going to result in another shakeout, we are simply following this rising trend line. And once we enter through the 4th Bitcoin halving, we are expecting another markup phase type of scenario to play out in price action of Bitcoin. So in a bigger picture, things are turning very, very interesting for Bitcoin. And now, even if you would look at this in a bit different way, I mean in a monthly time frame, you can see each and every time, whenever we have managed to break out of this falling trend line, what has happened after that? The price of Bitcoin, after breaking the support from this falling trend line, has started with a new parabolic move. So each and every time, whenever the price of Bitcoin managed to break out of this upper trend line or the falling trend line, long-term resistance line, what followed after that? A new markup phase. So in our case, the price is also above this falling trend line or the long-term resistance line. So what are we expecting next? A similar move to happen. So even in the medium short term, if we are going to see another continuation here like this, price coming back in between 30,000, 33,000, then let it be, because after that we are also expecting the price of Bitcoin to start with another impulsive movement where we could be heading towards to break the previous high, and that is going to create a new higher high for Bitcoin in a bigger time frame. So if you have any doubt, I suggest you to simply zoom out. So guys, these were some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please do not hesitate to destroy that like button. And please guys, please, let's try to reach at least 1,000 likes in this video, because video like this takes lots of time, lots of energy. So if you want to support me, then do destroy that like button. So guys, by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye-bye.